Well, okay, so let's just back up. Number one, you want to be the most influential person in their life,
Mm,
and then you decide who the influencers are that you're going to let in to influence them.
mm,
And so every decision, whether it's a school, a sports league, you know,
TV,
theater, Christian
internet.
music, entertain, all those are influencers.
mm,
And so which influencers are you going to allow, but then also becoming the most influential voice. And so establishing that and then bringing people in that you want to reinforce the values of the kingdom and the word of God and the way that you're trying to raise them, because you're the gatekeeper.
mm,
And so you let those type of influencers in. So a lot of it, in the beginning is what we're keeping out, but then it's also what we're going to let in.
mhm,
And then the other thing as parents is, one of the reasons that the disciples followed Jesus was the life that he created.
mhm,
And so you have to start thinking about, as parents, what kind of life are we creating? This isn't just, legalism. It's not just doctrine. If we're the people of God and we found freedom, we should have the most fun, and so there should be life, and there should be life in our family. So you realize our kids are taking in our environment, is this life quality? The Bible's really clear in Ephesians 6. It says, it talks about honor your father and mother, but it also says, fathers, don't provoke your children to wrath. And we can demand something of them that's may sound righteous, but if we don't create the life of the kingdom to where
mm,
life is good in the home and life is good with mom and dad,
mhm.
then we're asking them to follow something that hasn't produced a life for them. So they start looking for life in other things and other places. And so a lot of times the devil's trying to entice them with a false life or, something that's a deception, but other times they're just looking for life because there's no life at home.